All right, everybody. So welcome to Engaging with the Elementals to create everything you want. The room goes. Now, if you've taken a foundation, other than the foundation I'm facilitating right now, because we haven't talked about this part yet, you will know that the word want isn't something you really want in your vocabulary because it actually means to lack. But in the title, Engaging with the Elementals to create everything you want, it actually fits perfectly because creating everything you lack. So you can use the word want to exponentialize what you're saying. You just want to be aware of it, because normally what we're saying with the word want is I want more money, I want a lover, I want whatever, and we're saying I lack, I lack, I lack, and guess what you're creating? The lack of it. So, engaging with the elementals. Now, I just want to read to you because I want to make sure that I write. Oops. So, elementals are molecular structures. Easy for me to say. Molecular structures that will contribute to the instantaneous actualization of anything you ask for, any request you make, any creation you desire. So a lot of times we have the point of view that an elemental is something, say like gold or like the wind or something like that. And what I'm going to invite you to tonight is to destroy and uncreate all the definitions that you have about elementals. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Because all of those definitions will be what stops you from receiving everything that's possible. They're molecular structures. Everything is a molecule. Everything is made up of molecules. Our body is made up of molecules. We're elementals in a sense. Don't mean we're just elementals, but there's a oneness to elementals, so there's not a separation. And in order to define something, we have to separate from it. So all of the definitions that you've used to ensure that you separate from everything that would love to be playing with you and co-creating magic with you, we destroy and uncreate all that and return it to sender with consciousness. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Now, some of you have maybe read an email that I wrote a couple weeks ago or a week ago about how when Access first started talking about engaging with the elementals, I kind of went into like, oh, I don't want to give up my power again, because I did that for so many years with all the metaphysical stuff that I was doing. And it doesn't mean metaphysical always is that way. It's the way I did it. I did it from the place of I'm nothing, and angels are everything, guides are everything. So I put everything outside of me had power, and I was nothing. And so when this concept first came up, or it was first being discussed, I wasn't in the class it came up in. So I was hearing bits and pieces, and I was like, oh no, I can't go there again, because it took me a long time to choose beyond that. And then I was in a class with Dane where he spoke about it, and I still had some points of view around it. And so what I did was I just went outside, probably in my pool, and sat there and just asked to engage in that moment with the elementals. And it was such a different space. Whereas all the other times, the way I'd been working with angels and guides and all of those other energies was so much from, I'm nothing, you're everything, please can I have something? And when I was engaging with the elementals, it was such a spaciousness of oneness. It was really from the what I call the kingdom of we, or what Access calls the kingdom of we. It wasn't that I had to beg, or that I had to ask a certain way, or I had to, dance backwards around a fire naked 3 times to receive something. Oh, I mean, if that's fun for you, hey, try it out. Just be really careful. But really from this space of all of these energies, all of these molecules, all of these elementals that are asking to play, are asking to create. They're not new. It's not like, they were just found. They have been along with us the entire time. It's just now we're actually in a space, or I'll talk for myself, I'm in a space where I'm actually willing to receive from them. I'm willing to co-create with them. So they're not doing it for me because I can't do it. They're doing it with me to exponentialize the consciousness that's possible. Everything that brings up, we destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And it's a playfulness. In fact, at the Maestro class, Dane said the energies that invite, how did he word it? It wasn't like invite the elementals, but are more of an invitation to engaging with the elementals, are wonder and joy and gratitude. So the more we be those, the more ease it is for us to receive from the elementals, for us to engage with them. And engaging with them isn't a doing. Again, we're not going to dance naked backwards around a fire unless you want to. Again, totally, if you do, can you take a video for me? I mean, you can black out the private parts if you want, but I just often talk about that in classes, and I just wonder if anybody ever does that. Alan? Yeah, and so it's like the playfulness, the wondering, the spaciousness, the joy, the gratitude that we actually naturally be. That is a natural space for us. It's just that sometimes we think playing with this reality is so much more fun. So when you're not in the wonder and you're not in the gratitude and you're not in the joy, you might want to ask, what would it take to choose that? What would it take to be? And I don't know if my favorite questions, but in order to exponentialize or to create something we'd like to be, it's the what energy, space, and consciousness. What energy, space, and consciousness can you in your body be to be the joy that you truly be? To be the gratitude that you truly be? To be the wonder that you truly be? Anything that doesn't allow that to show up as if by magic, we destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So one of the things with engaging with the elementals is that the thing I started off talking about, the definitions, those you want to be clearing all the time. Because those definitions will put you like a wall between you and the elementals. Not because the elementals are punishing you. Look at that definition, we shall put a wall up. The elementals are not going to be in judgment like that. You're putting that wall up with every definition. With every definition of, let's say you would like to be receiving more money. But every definition that it's not possible for you, that you don't know how, that money can only come through your job, that money's always hard for you to receive, all of that stuff that you have around money is walls that you then put up between you and everything that would like to contribute to you receiving money. So it's the clearing of, and it's pretty simple. All the definitions I have here, I destroy and uncreate them. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys, beyonds. So whatever you're asking for or asking to create or asking to be, the first step is destroy and uncreate those definitions. And you don't even have to know what the definitions are, because there's probably, honestly, too many to mention. Like one definition probably holds 25 definitions in place, which then they all, so it's just all the definitions I have about this. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Sharon, did you have a question?
I'm getting some static on my end here, so just a little, not, but constantly. I just wanted to let you know.
Okay, awesome. Is there static on anybody else's end? Did anybody else say?
No static.
Okay. You may want to call back in if it gets too much, Sharon. Sometimes it's just the connection.
Yeah, I'll do that anyway. I just
Okay.
wanted to let you know in case it was for everyone. I'll call back in.
Awesome.
Or
Thanks, Annie.
whatever.
Yeah, and anywhere that we wouldn't allow there to be ease with the technology, will you destroy and uncreate all that? Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And all the definitions that we have about technology and that it has to be hard and it can't work very well, destroy and uncreate all that. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And then the questions, there's a couple ways to word it, and of course you can use whatever way works for you. You don't have to follow these. Is what energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to engage with the elementals, to create a catalytic conversion, to create greater possibilities with technology than you've never imagined possible? Anything that doesn't allow that to show up as if by magic, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POC, shorts, boys, and beyond. So you'll get, of course, the clearings tonight. So you'll get those, and we'll highlight the two ways that I word them with a blank in them, so you kind of know where to put your ask. So what energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to create a catalytic conversion to greater possibilities, to create blank, or that would allow blank? So it just depends whatever you're putting in there. So if you'd like to create more money, or if you'd like to allow more possibilities to show up. So however you want to word it, but those are basically the questions. What energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to engage with the elementals, to create a catalytic conversion, to create greater possibilities that would allow you to be all of you with ease and joy and glory? Anything that doesn't allow that to show up as if by magic, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And any barriers that you have up to receiving from the elementals, will you destroy and uncreate all that? Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And anywhere that you would make the elementals greater than you, will you destroy and uncreate all that and return it to sender with consciousness? Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Because if you were just as magical as elementals were, how much more could you create on the planet? If you'd be willing to acknowledge that you're just as magical as elementals are, how much more could you create on the planet? So anything that doesn't allow that, we destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And anything that doesn't allow you to truly perceive, know, be, and receive the magic that you be, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And all of the definitions that you have of you as not magical, unmagical, never ever been magical ever any moment in your entire life, whatever all of that might be, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Because what would happen if you truly be the magic that you be? What would happen? Everything that just brought up, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Is anybody willing to take the microphone and share what came up? Will you? Can you grab it? It's okay, it's not scary, Kara, not at all. Just make sure it's green.
I did it.
You did it.
I think I would explode.
Yeah. So all of the lifetimes that you did explode, will you destroy and uncreate all that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POC, shorts, boys, beyonds, and all of the lifetimes that you were exploded because of the magic you be? Wow. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And all of the lifetimes that you exploded others because of the magic they be, will you destroy and uncreate all that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Yeah.
Holy moly. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. And really, guys, with stuff like that where, you know, you kind of even question your sanity in the moment that it comes up, like I would explode, like what is that? You really just want to clear it. You don't need to go into the story of it or piece it apart or figure it out, but you do want to clear it, because when we ask a question and you have an awareness like that, that's really great information about what's stopping you. Because it doesn't make logical sense, but really what's actually stopping us never does make logical sense. Ever. That's why we haven't been able to figure it out with our logical brain. Although I'm sure many of you head trippers have tried. I'm sure if I think about it long enough, it will change. So everything that is and everywhere you've been head tripping rather than being the magic that you truly be. Whew. We destroy and uncreate all that and return it to center with consciousness. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And the thing with us is that we have lived 4 trillion years. So we have been and done it all. So if we get the energy of, I would explode, we want to clear that. But we also want to clear the lifetimes that we were exploded and the lifetimes we exploded others. We don't want to think about those lifetimes. But I promise you, if there's an energy on it, clear it in every direction, and then it's done. Yeah.
So what came up with when you asked exploding others is that there was a real, and I don't experience jealousy or envy, nor as far as I know, but a real, like a feeling of jealousy came up. Like I hated somebody and exploded them.
Yeah, cool. I mean, wouldn't that be fun to do now?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, Donald Trump.
Yeah.
But like, there's so many people on the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like really, utilizing that capacity.
Just
to
with that
create
question,
greater.
that's amazing. Isn't it?
Yeah. Because that's the magic. There's been lifetimes where we could look at somebody and I don't know, what was that show that they would crush the head? What was that?
Yes, it was Canadian.
It was a Canadian. Oh, so just Cara and I know about it, and some of the live streamers. But they would like be far away and they'd be crushing heads, and it was just a really funny. Yes. Yeah. And so it's like we could do that. We could look at people and kill them. We didn't need guns or any of the stuff. Like there's been so many lifetimes where that's been a capacity, but often we've used it against ourselves, or we've had it used against us, or we've used it against other people. So then we go into the judgment of the wrongness of it, which is also the energy, so thank you for bringing it up, Kara, of receiving from the elementals. Because there's, for some people, not everybody, but for some people, there's a wrongness of receiving from other things or elementals or energies or even people, because we should be able to do it ourselves. Like we're independent. We're strong women and men. We can do it. Instead of like really, truly, if we really were willing to receive from everything and everyone, what could we create? Right, wrong, good, bad, online, Fox, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Did you have something to add? Yeah. Oh. Okay. She's just smiling because she's so happy to be here. But I really thought there was a story behind that smile. But okay, well, I'm grateful for that. Yeah. So what else came up, guys? When you think about being the magic you truly be, and of course, live streamers, you're welcome to share also. When you consider being the magic, just have the mic. Just make sure it's green.
So what came up for me was if I clear all the elementals, I'd be seen and then I'd be killed.
Ah, yeah. Was that yours?
No.
Okay.
I always thought it was. But in that 10 seconds, it was a no.
It was a no, okay. So...
So that's why I choose to continue to hide.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be killed.
Okay. So would you be willing to kill?
Not in this lifetime, no.
No. So everything that is, we destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So it's one of the billions of energies that is available to us to kill.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're not willing to kill, we will be killed. Now, we may not, I don't mean physically. Of course, it can also mean that, but we will be killed because what it means is we don't have our own back. We're not willing to, in a sense, stand up for ourselves.
Yes.
So who are you being when you're not willing to stand up for you, to kill?
Is this what this reality teaches you? It's wrong to kill.
Mm-hmm.
You be imprisoned,
Yeah. So everything that is, we
which is
destroyed and
another
created?
form of killing yourself in a way, isn't it?
It's true. Yes. So everything that is, we destroyed and
Yeah.
created all?
Yeah.
Wow. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, puck, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So along with kind of this reality stuff, but when you think about actually, like, say, killing somebody, like if you were walking in the park and there was a person coming to kill you, when you think about killing them, what comes up?
My first reaction would I probably try and protect myself rather than kill them. But then I don't know what would happen.
Okay, so everything that is, we destroyed
Yeah.
and created all? Yeah, right, wrong, good, bad, online, puck, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Say something. Try killing is wrong, or killing is bad, or killing is what? What's the word that matches for you?
I mean, if you ask me if somebody was going to hurt my children, then I would kill someone.
I
not
see.
for me, which is
Yes. Which is actually oddly normal.
okay.
Yeah. So everywhere that's normal, destroyed and created all. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, puck, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Yeah. So everywhere that you're not willing to care for you like you care for your kids,
Yes.
you destroy and uncreate all that. Whew. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, puck, shorts,
And that's
boys,
what I
and
said
beyonds.
in this morning's foundation, wasn't it? I mean, done with being this in the back seat,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
there's still something there which is stopping me getting into the front seat.
Okay. So what's stopping you? What's there?
It's me. It's my beliefs. It's me.
Is it you?
It's not. I'm not worthy enough to step into the front seat.
Okay.
I don't deserve it.
So
I need to earn it.
who would have you bought the lies of worthy and deserving from?
My mum, my culture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Women aren't supposed to be deserving.
Right. So everything that is, all of that, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Return to sender with consciousness, right,
We're
wrong, good, bad,
supposed to
online, puck,
serve.
shorts, boys, and beyonds. God, say that 3 times.
We are supposed to serve. We are supposed to serve. We are supposed to serve.
So all of the Shiku implants and explants, holding that in place from all levels, lifetimes, universes, realities, and anywhere I haven't mentioned, will you
Yes.
revoke, recant, rescind, renounce, denounce, reclaim, destroy, and
Yes.
uncreate it all?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, wrong, good, bad, online, puck, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So now when you think about being in the park with somebody coming up to kill you, what comes
Oh,
up?
fuck you. I'm going to kill you.
Yes. Yes.
I'm coming with daggers.
I like it. Yeah. Yeah.
you.
And yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for asking. Because truly, if you don't have your own back, then the elementals cannot contribute to you in the way that's actually possible. They'll contribute to you to the degree that you contribute to you. Not again because they judge you, but because of that's what they can do. They can't override, and they're not going to judge you. If you would rather be killed than kill, they're going to be okay. We'll contribute to that. Yeah, and it's funny because I was actually in Rome after class one day. I walked all the way home by myself, and I say all the way because it was a couple kilometers, and through the park and all of that. And I felt light the entire way, and I was always checking in because it was dark, but it felt light, but it was dark out. And I got to this one part, and this guy kind of came out of the trees at me. And he was talking to me in Italian, and I just said to him, "Do you speak English?" And he kept talking to me in Italian, and his energy was So I was like, And so he went behind me, and I was like, all right. And I just said, I expanded out energetically, and I just asked the energy, space, and consciousness, can my body and I be to engage with the elementals to create a catalytic conversion to be the killing energy I truly be. right? Engage with elementals to kill. But it really was. I was like, no, actually, for probably the very first time in my life, I could really perceive I actually had my own back in that situation. Had it in a lot of other situations, but I was like you, Vanita, where I actually, when I first learned about the killing energy, the only way that I could get the energy of killing was I had to think of people hurting my nieces and nephews. It's the only way that I could actually get the energy of me killing, because otherwise I was like, yeah, whatever. So, you know, I would play with that and I would practice it, but I didn't ever have an experience in my life until I was in Rome where that energy came up, and it was like, wow, he's not asking me for anything. He's checking things out. So I did that. I turned around. He was completely gone. And I'm like, whoa. Did I like explode him? Did I like, where is he? It was just like, wow, that was weird. And so I was just walking, expanding out and just, you know, enjoying the walk. And all of a sudden, this was like probably 10 minutes later, he comes again out of nowhere and walks in front of me. And it was like, huh. And so I was like, boom, but energetically, because he wasn't close enough for me to do. But it was like just that boom energy of like, I will fucking kill you. Because I knew what he was doing. He was circling around. He was waiting until there was nobody in front of us, nobody behind us. You know, I was just like, no, actually no. And I just energetically like, him and continued walking. But it was really that energy of having my own back, which in that, it was so much more ease to receive from everything. And I mean, the elementals, the trees, the dirt, the vehicles, like everything was contributing to me and what I was choosing, which was no, come even close enough for me to hit you and I will. And I don't even think of myself as a strong person, but I know I could have blown him to pieces if it was necessary. But it was really from that receiving of everything. And being willing to ask and knowing that, yeah, it's maybe wrong in this reality to kill, and I'm okay with that. Because I could probably hide his body in the trees. And my fingerprints aren't anywhere, so, you know. But it is that energy. And if we're not willing to kill, it's also really difficult for us to receive. Because then we have to have all these barriers up. Instead of if you're willing to be any energy, even the most maybe intense ones, then you have to limit and judge and shut your awareness off of everything. Whereas the more you're willing to be all of the energies, there's no judgment. Like all I knew is that he wasn't going to harm me that night, whatever it took. Whether it was a punch energetically or if he were to come closer, it's like, no. With no point of view. And not even a point of view that he was wrong to be doing it. So he wasn't wrong to be doing it. Now, there would have been a time where I wouldn't have even known he was there. I would have just totally shut off because everybody wants to be nice, right? Isn't that everybody on the planet wants to be nice? Don't they all want to be good people? What? Are you sure? And so once I got over that fantasy, then you're willing to be aware in that moment. So everywhere that you haven't been willing to be aware of what people are choosing around you, in those 10 seconds that they're choosing it, you destroy and uncreate it all. Mm-hmm. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, but box, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And what energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to engage with the elementals, to create the catalytic conversion, to be the killing energy that you truly be. Anything that doesn't allow that to show up as if by magic, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, online, padlock, shorts, boys, meons. Because it doesn't even have to be that you kill a person. You could kill a limitation. Right? You could kill a limiting point of view. You could kill lots of things. You could kill the thoughts from people of, you know, if you were aware that somebody was in the square tonight considering some sort of a terrorist attack, if you don't have a point of view about that, you could actually be aware of it, and then you could be like, no, not on my watch. And you can be that magical if you're willing to be aware of it with no point of view. all of the points of views that you have about terrorist attacks and all of those things, war, all of the rape, mutilation, all of that stuff that would maybe be the bigger triggers for you guys. We just destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Is what energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to engage with the elementals to create a catalytic conversion to be the infinite awareness that you truly be, with no point of view. Anything that doesn't allow that, we destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And I know in a lot of the, discussions that we have and that sort of stuff, and we say no, if we focus on terrorist attacks, or if we talk about killing, or we put our attention there, we're just going to create it. No, we're not. Yeah, if you sit around every morning at breakfast and talk about what could happen in your city, yeah, you're not putting your attention to create greater, but you also don't want to pretend it doesn't happen. You also don't want to pretend that stuff doesn't go on, or that people don't hurt people, or that there's not really crazy people on the planet. We don't want to pretend that. You want to be aware of it. You don't want to be powerless to it. And you also want to know that you can actually be the magic to change it. Everywhere that you haven't acknowledged the magic that you be to change whatever it is that's going on the planet that doesn't actually work for you, you destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Have another question?
Yes, going back a bit, that bit I said where I want to go into the front seat. Now we cleared that elemental thing I had. How do I stop it coming back in a week's time, or in a month's time, in 6 months' time? Because that's what I find happens. I've cleared it for the time being, and then somewhere it sort of creeps in again, and then it becomes what it was. So how do I stop? How do I get rid of it forever?
So what's the value to you of having it? Like, of bringing it back? What does it do for you?
It's almost like a comfort thing. I go back to my comfort zone.
Okay. So is it your comfort zone?
No.
No.
It's where everyone else wants me to come back to.
Yes. Where it's comfortable for them, for you to be.
Yeah, and I'm buying their points of views.
Yeah. So everywhere it's been more valuable to buy other people's points of view about what you should choose and what you shouldn't choose, we destroy and uncreate it all.
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Because we often do that, where we are more aware of the people around us and what they require from us than what actually works for us. So then we go into, well, I have this comfort zone and I keep going back to it and all these stories, but they're not true. It's just more comfortable for your family to have you be a certain way. Because the thing about it is that when you start choosing different than what you have chosen, people can either be really inspired by it, or they can feel like you're poking them in the eye. What you have to do is be willing to poke people in the eye. And maybe you can think of a time for yourself where you've been poked in the eye, where somebody has told you something that they've done different, they've changed something, and you wanted to hit them. And you knew you should be happy for them. You knew you should celebrate with them, but really you just want to hit them in the head. That's when we poke people in the eye. And that's what happens. The more that we change, the more that we don't fit into what our family definitions of us are, is we poke them or they get inspired. And we have to be willing for both. So everywhere you haven't been willing to poke them in the eye, constantly, with what you're choosing, will you just start and uncreate it all?
Can I just kill him now? With my daggers?
Yeah, kill them with your daggers. Yeah. So anything that doesn't allow you to choose for you, will you just start and uncreate it all?
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So what energy, space, and consciousness can you in your body be to engage with the elementals to create a catalytic conversion to greater possibilities for you to continuously choose but will create greater on the planet with ease and joy and glory. Yeah. Anything that doesn't allow that to show up as if by magic, we destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So maybe you're getting a sense of how to engage with the elementals. It's quite simple. It's running that clearing or that question, whatever you want to call it, when there's something you'd like to change. So it can be something where you want to change something within you, like choices or possibilities, but it also can be assistance in a park where there's a crazy person. Can be if you'd like to have more money. It can be if you'd like to have something show up differently, or maybe you've got a desire list of all the things you'd like to create in life. Use those clearings for all of those things, because it's not limited to just a material thing. Engaging with the elementals is truly for every area of your life. Everything. Again, you're asking to receive from everything around you. And then you're not alone. And this is, again, what's quite different from this reality, where there's the point of view of we're separate. This is me, this is my life here. There's you, there's your life there. And we're separate. But we're not. We're oneness, if we're willing to be. It's when we be the separation that becomes a problem. Because we're living in a lie. Because we're not separate. We're infinite beings with infinite oneness. If the minute we try to separate, then we go into the walls and the barriers, which then there's no receiving with that. So all of that separation that you've done to ensure that you don't be the magic that you truly be, you destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Just if it's green.
Can I ask about the killing energy?
Yeah.
What if you perceive, because someone's sending killing energy to you, what do you do? Can you engage with the elementals? Is it to receive, I guess, rather than protect?
Yeah. If somebody's sending killing energy at you, it can only affect you if you allow it.
Okay.
Me, I'd be quite happy. You'd be like, oh, thank you.
Will it make me money?
Yeah. Because what if it's not because people can have send all sorts of energies.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't mean anything. So if you receive it all, then it will make you money. Because if they're sending you killing energy, chances are they're judging you.
Okay.
So then if you're willing to receive judgment, your income will go up by $5,000 a year. And if you're not willing to receive for each judgment that comes in, your income will go down by $10,000.
Makes it seem worse to receive it, but it's still receiving, keeping those barriers down is just a habit that I find so challenging.
So are they your barriers?
I'm gonna some.
So everywhere you've bought and sold that they're your barriers, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds.
Okay, so I'm spending my time bringing down other people's barriers that aren't mine. It's good.
That's good.
That's a good way
That's
to
a
spend
great
time. That's
a
really clever.
Great way to spend time.
Thank you.
Well, and let's just clear that for a moment.
Okay.
So everywhere it's been more valuable to you to distract yourself with other people's barriers
Yeah.
than to create what you'd like to create, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Yeah.
Thank you.
So what energy, space, and consciousness can you in your body be to engage with the elementals, to create a catalytic conversion, to create greater possibilities that would allow you to be aware of barriers and be the killing energy, to be present with what is, to receive everything beyond what you never imagined possible.
Wow.
Anything that doesn't allow that to show up as if by magic, we destroy and uncreate it all.
Thank
Right,
you.
wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Yeah. Because that's really kind of the energy that matches in terms of if you look at, okay, you're aware of people's barriers, but you pretend they're yours, and then you have to put them, all that. But instead, if you're aware of them, but you be the killing energy, then they can't be present with you. So then people are either walk out of the room or they'll drop their barriers with you.
Okay.
I mean, how much fun would that be?
Yeah, no, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
It would be clearer as well.
Yes, it would be very clear. Yes.
Fuck off or stay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And what I love is they can either step the fuck up or they can step the fuck out. So anything that doesn't allow you to invite people to step the fuck up or step the fuck out, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POC, shorts, boys, beyonds. Do we have a question online, Ellen? Yes, clear the definitions of whatever it is you're going to ask for in terms of the engaging with the elementals. Clear the definitions first, and then run the energy, space, and consciousness questions. Yeah. And you might get to a point where you don't have really any definitions about whatever topic it is or thing you're asking for. Then you'll just get a sense of that. You might even just forget to run it. That's probably going to be a way to let you know you don't have definitions to clear. And of course you could ask, so truth, do I have definitions here to clear? Or just run just run the clearing, all the definitions I have about this, right, wrong, good, bad, online, POC, shorts, boys, beyonds, and then go into the clearing to engage. So all of the barriers that you're aware of other people's, about engaging with the elementals, will you just drop those right now? Barriers down, barriers down, barriers down. All levels, layers, lifetimes, universes, barriers down, barriers down, barriers down. And what energy, space, and consciousness can you in your body be to engage with the elementals, to create a catalytic conversion, to be the oneness that you truly be with ease and joy and glory? Anything that doesn't allow that, we just start and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And the ease and the joy and the glory are something that, again, in the last couple months that I've been engaging with the elementals, that's really, really increased for me, the ease and the joy and the glory. Doesn't mean things work out the way that I think they should. It means that there's ease and there's joy and there's glory in it. So we often get it confused, meaning, okay, well, if I'm asking for ease and joy and glory, or I'm asking to engage with the elementals, it'll be exactly what I'm asking for. It's because we're cute and not so bright. And the question that we use in Access that can contribute so much to those situations when it's not turning out the way that you'd like is, what's right about this I'm not getting? Because if you're clearing definitions and you're engaging with the elementals and you're being the space of you, even 10% of the time, you will be creating more ease and joy and glory. You just have to recognize that things rarely show up the way that we've decided they should. Everything that just brought up, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POC, shorts, boys, beyonds. So when we arrived at the airport from Rome, we had booked a transfer. It was some sort of a kind of a bizarre thing with our flights. There was these credits, so we had $600 in credits to use. And anyway, so I said, okay, well, book some transfers and book the hotel at the on the way back. And anyway, used up these credits. And then our flight changed, and my travel agent had emailed me the information saying, okay, here's the new transfer tickets because we were arriving earlier. Okay, got them printed off. Went to find our guy who's standing in front of Costa Coffee, along with 500 other drivers. So I'm looking, for my name. It's just like, oh my gosh. So finally I just phone and they're like, oh no, she says to me, oh no, you're not arriving until 1:30. And I'm here now. Hello. And so I'm like, well, yeah, you can grab that one, sure. The hot seat it is. So anyway, she said, no, you're not arriving until 1:30. I'm like, well, I'm here now. It's 11 a.m. I'm not waiting until 1:30. Anyway, so she's like, well, let me find a driver. And I was just like, actually, no, just cancel it. I'm going to go take a taxi. And my husband, of course, who knows the tube and all of that, he's like, oh, I'm like, no, I am getting in a taxi. I'm going straight to the hotel. I'm not dealing with my suitcase and all this. And I was oh wait, what's right about this? I'm not getting. Oh yeah. And we had such a nice ride, and the taxi driver was just awesome. And then afterwards I was like, and I was messaging my travel agent to tell her, what had occurred so she could talk to them, and whatever had occurred, she needed to deal with that. And I just said, I had asked for a receipt. Just kind of had the awareness as I stepped out of the cab. And so they're going to actually refund that. And it was just like, that was so much more ease than what was going to occur. And yet seeing it as the problem instead of going, wow, look at that. Consciousness has my back. Here it is. I don't want to ride with those other people for whatever just wasn't yummy. So arranged it. So I actually got the ride that I really liked, and I got it paid for. Like, how does it get any better than that? If we're willing to not have the point of view that it needs to show up a certain way, or that was wrong, or those stupid drivers who don't know anything, or all that sort of stuff that often goes on, it's like, hey, what greatness is this inviting me to? And I'll be honest, it took me about 5 minutes to get there, and 5 minutes is better than 5 days. Do we have a question online, Ellen? Oh. The catalytic conversion one? Yeah. Okay. So Leanne's asking about the catalytic conversion a bit. So it's basically like a bomb. That's the best way I can explain a catalytic conversion. So we're engaging with the elementals to create the catalytic conversion, to create the expansiveness, but expansiveness doesn't match the energy. So catalytic conversion is like a kaboom that would allow greater possibilities, or that would create whatever it is you're asking for. So it really is, to me, it has the energy of really stepping the fuck up. When we're asking to engage with the elementals, when we're asking to create the catalytic conversion, to create the greater possibilities for whatever it is, we're asking it like to be big. And for us to ask that, we actually have to be willing to receive it. But the fact that we're willing to ask it means that even if it's just on a little bit of a level, you're willing to receive it. So really, again, engaging with the elementals is much like, well, stepping the fuck up. But not like just one step. Like maybe 45 steps. Maybe 45,000. So it's just this kaboom of expansiveness that creates the possibilities that are actually available now. So I can't say that they've never been available before. I've never been willing to choose them before. And now there's an energy and an invitation to me that is just so much more expansive, so much more ease, where, a lot of people that are, maybe in the past weren't willing to get into the driver's seat of their life, or weren't willing to ask for certain things, or had judgments about certain desires that they really would like, are now much more willing to maybe not choose it just yet, but they're willing to even be aware of them. And maybe you've seen it in your own life in the past few months, where things are just shifting and changing, not maybe always great or seeming great. Maybe this driver isn't there when he should be, but always turning into something greater. If you don't stay in the story of it should have been a certain way. So does that help, Leanne? Whew. So anything that doesn't allow you to be the catalytic conversion in your life and your living, lead a story and uncreate it all. Yes. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, BIPOC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Which is much that energy we were talking about earlier, Kara, around the exploding. Yeah. Yeah. And everywhere you're not willing to be the catalytic conversion on the planet, We destroy and uncreate all that, and we're turning to center with consciousness. Wow. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So what energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to engage with the elementals, to create a catalytic conversion, to create greater possibilities, to perceive, know, be, and receive everything that you've never even imagined possible with ease and joy and glory. Anything that doesn't allow that to show up as if by magic, we destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And how much more space could you be to engage with the elementals even more right now? Yeah. So anything that doesn't allow that, we destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. All my head tripping friends. Go into your body too. It's fun in your body, I promise you. And sometimes if you find that hard to do, just even if you are aware of 3 points on your body, like so where your feet are touching the ground, your bum is touching the chair, your back is touching the back of the chair. Like if you focus on 3 points in your body right now, that can also help you to be really in your body. Now, we also don't want to be just in our body. We're infinite beings. We're not just bodies. We're infinite beings. We have a body, but as an infinite being, we're everywhere. So even as we're talking right now, you can also be in a lifetime 15 lifetimes ago. You can also be with your family at home. You can also be swimming in a swimming pool somewhere where it's sunny. My happy place. Sorry. You can be everywhere. And that's actually what's more natural for us than just being in a little portion of our head. So expand out into your body for sure, because your sweet body would like more of you too. And then expanding out. So let's just take a moment to expand out. So becoming aware of all of your sweet body, might even want to say, hi, sweet body. And then expanding out into the room that you're in, expanding out into all of the country that you're in, and expanding out into the entire world. So being the oneness that you truly be with everything and everyone. And then expanding out beyond the world into the universe, all the other realities, galaxies, everything I don't even have words for. Expanding out energetically farther than you have ever expanded in any lifetime. And then expand even farther than that. And then from that space of expansion, just ask to engage with the elementals from that space. What energy, space, and consciousness can you in your body be to engage with the elementals? To create a catalytic conversion that would allow you to receive more than you've never even imagined possible. With ease and joy and glory. Anything that doesn't allow that, destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And then from that space, you can open your eyes. And you always, when you expand out, you always want to open your eyes from that expanded space. So a lot of other things that we've possibly taken, I know for myself, is I would go out and I would expand out, but then before I opened my eyes, I would always come back down. And I would come back into my body. But that's such a limitation. Not that our bodies are a limitation, but contracting down becomes a limitation because we're everywhere, which is also what contributes to our awareness, because our awareness is then everywhere. So if you're going home tonight and you're leaving and you have 4 different ways you can get home, if you're expanded out, you can be aware of the one that will create the most. Now, it doesn't mean the one that'll be the quickest. It doesn't mean the one that you won't get mugged on. It doesn't mean, I'm sorry, but it doesn't mean that. It just means it's the one that will create the most. So we have a lot of judgments of, if it's light to go this way, then it means I won't get mugged. It's safe. This is going to happen. That's going to happen, or won't happen. It's like, no. When I look at that experience in Rome and walking in the park and having that guy, that contributed so much to me, because truly for the first time, I knew I would kill. I knew that I would take care of me before I, just went, oh, okay, whatever. It's like, no. And that was a huge contribution to me, as bizarre as it sounds. But now I have that energy, and I can be that energy anywhere. And it doesn't have to be about saving my physical body from harm. I can be that energy with limitation. I can be that energy if I'm, aware of, somebody abusing an animal. I can be that killing energy. I don't have to be sitting with the person. I can be it. So everywhere that you wouldn't be willing to be in continuous question of what will create the greatest, without the point of view of what that should look like, we destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, but box shorts, boys and beyonds. And everywhere, all the stuff it brought up when I said getting mugged tonight, will you destroy and uncreate all that? Return it to sender with consciousness. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, but box shorts, boys and beyonds. Yeah. How's everybody doing? Good. Questions, guys? Yeah? Can you pass the mic back to Jenny?
So I'm about to go and visit my family, and I haven't seen them for almost 3 years. So I've changed a lot in the past 3 years. And they have gone through a lot of stuff as well. There has been a lot of trauma, drama, significance, a lot of how do I be me and not being dragged back into, because I can still, if I kind of look into their world, I see my little slot where I used to be, my role, and it's still empty, and it's still like, oh, she's on her way. And
she's going to fill her role.
And I'm like, no. And it's I can see it. It's greased up. It's slidey. It's going to be so easy to just kind of,
yeah.
And I want to create beyond that for me and for them. Because me being that person, it's not going to create greater for anyone.
So what would it take? What would it take for you not to slip into that role?
I need to step the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and first, I wonder if you could acknowledge how much you have stepped the fuck up. Wow. So that's a no. Jesus. What is that, Miss Jenny?
Gosh, I don't know. Wow, no. Weird.
So what is that? So is it yours? Is it your no?
It's like super weird. It's super weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would happen if you acknowledged how much you have stepped up?
Well, then I really need to change my life.
Oh. Then don't acknowledge it. Absolutely not. You're not allowed, Jenny. Yeah.
Yeah.
So everything that is, we destroy and uncreate it all?
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So how much have you changed your life already?
I want to say very little, but also a lot. But it seems like I've been so sneaky about it that I've allowed myself to change a smidge, but everywhere. So it's a lot of change because I'm asking for a lot of change, but I've done it so sneakily that, I won't acknowledge it or really step into it. So just, a smidge here, a smidge there, and a smidge there, and, and it, of course, creating some sort of drama so that I pay more attention to that.
Of course.
Of course.
As one does.
I'm very
So-
talented.
So why sneakily? Like what? And why is not a good question, but like, what's the sneakily? What would happen if you changed it so the world knew?
Oh, they get so pissed off.
So do you mean they family?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the value of having so much value on your family?
Yeah.
Everything that is, we just turn and create all
Yeah.
kinds of godzillion.
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, put up, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So whose value of family are you aware of?
It's not even my family. Because my family don't really have those kind of family values. They're like, because we're not very family oriented.
Right.
We're just a handful of people who kind of live together. Yeah.
So everyone that you're mimicking, that family is to be valued and important, and you live your life for your family. You just destroy and uncreate all that and
Yeah.
return it to center of consciousness.
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, Pepak, shorts, boys, and beyonds.
I mean, my home country is very family oriented.
Ah,
It's all about the family. I mean, the family can look in any way. It doesn't matter how the family looks, but it's all about the family.
okay.
Say
Say that 3 times. It's all about the family.
It's all about the family. It's all about the family. It's all about the family.
Yeah, so all of the Shiku implants and explants holding that in place from all the levels, layers, lifetimes, universes, realities, and anywhere I haven't mentioned, will you revoke, recant, rescind, renounce, denounce, reclaim, destroy, and uncreate it all?
Yeah,
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, Pepak, shorts, boys, and beyond.
that's a bit gross.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And anywhere you're not willing to piss any of your family off, or anyone who has a family off, you destroy and uncreate it all.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, bad, bug, shorts, boys, beyonds. No wonder you can only change a smidge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So now what comes up truth, are you willing to acknowledge how much you have stepped up?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
A little
yeah.
bit more now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you did acknowledge it, what would happen? What did you say? Oh, all of the families in Sweden would fall apart. Holy, that's no pressure at all.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, like it's like I'm supposed to be the glue
Yeah.
for like family value.
Jesus. So, truth, are you one of the creators of family value?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So all of the oaths, vows, commitments, contracts, promises, obligations, fealties, anything that I haven't mentioned that you have to creating the value of family
Yeah.
from any lifetime, space, dimension, reality, universe, anywhere I haven't mentioned, will you revoke, recant, rescind, renounce, denounce, reclaim, destroy, and uncreate it all?
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, Papak, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Everywhere you're waiting to be paid for creating it. Will you destroy and uncreate all that?
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, Papak, shorts, boys, beyonds. And everywhere you've been punishing you with it more than anybody else on the planet.
Yeah.
We destroy and uncreate it all, return to center with consciousness. Yeah. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, puck, shorts, boys, beyonds. So what happens is, because we've lived so many lifetimes for so many years, is that we are also the creators of many things, good, bad, and ugly. So we can be the creators, in this case, of the value of family, which isn't necessarily right or wrong. It just puts many of us in the place of no choice. Because if you have to look at your family first before you choose anything, you're then in constant judgment of you, and you're usually choosing for them instead of what actually works for you. So when we create something, and then we're the creators of it, we usually have an awareness at some point. It might have been the lifetime we created it. It might have been 10 lifetimes later. It doesn't matter. That it maybe wasn't the best creation. So then we start using it against ourselves. So we're at more of an effect of it than most people on the planet. And usually it's something that doesn't make any sense to not have choice around, but it's because we've created it, so it keeps us in the loop of it. So it's really simple. You just clear the oaths and vows to it, and you clear everywhere you're waiting to be paid for it, because we're all waiting to be paid for our silly creations.
I so want to get paid for that.
Yes. Yeah. So truth, would you be willing to acknowledge how much you have stepped up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
anything that doesn't allow that, we destroy and uncreate it all?
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, but box, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And anywhere that you've used family as a way to stop you from stepping even more the fuck up,
Yeah.
we destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, but box, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So what is it going to take for you to not go back into that role?
To see them as people and not family. See them for who they are,
Yeah.
or who they choose to be.
Yeah. The aggressive presence.
Yeah.
So that when you're with them, you're not defining them
Yeah.
as, okay, this is mom and this is what she's like, or this is whoever and this is what they're like. It's like, hey, this person in front of me right now in this 10 seconds.
Yeah.
That's it. So all of the definitions that all of you have about your family and each person in your family that you're continuously projecting onto them and then wondering why they're such jerks. We destroy and uncreate all that and
Yeah.
return it to sender with consciousness. Right,
Yeah.
wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Yeah. And then what energy, space, and consciousness can you in your body be to engage with the elementals, to create the catalytic conversion, to create greater possibilities with the visit to the family's home, wherever you're going, beyond what you've never imagined possible?
Yeah.
Anything that doesn't allow that, we destroy and uncreate it all.
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys, beyonds. The other thing that I would do, a few things, continuously running all the definitions I have about this person or that person or family in general, or what we'll do together, like anything that's kind of coming up in your head, constantly destroying and creating the definitions. I would also, when you think about it, or you get the kind of the energy of that hole and that slot that's kind of waiting for you, is I would run the crazy phrase. So the crazy phrase, for anybody who may not be familiar, everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. Over and over, because what it does is it destroys and uncreates kind of all of that energy she's talking about. And I'm sure you guys all got a sense of it with kind of that slot is waiting for her. It's like that's a very solid slot. There's a whole bunch of around that. So if you run the crazy phrase, what it does is it starts to destroy and uncreate it. And then there's no slot for her, but also there's no slot anywhere. So mom doesn't have a slot, brothers, sisters, nobody has slots. So everybody can actually be who they would like to be. So anything that doesn't allow that, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. The crazy phrase is also great if you can't fall asleep at night. Run it in your head over and over and over. How's that?
Amazing.
Yay!
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I'm actually starting to look forward to it now.
Yay! Yeah. And what energy, space, and consciousness can you in your body be to engage with the elementals, to create a catalytic conversion, to create greater possibilities, to having more fun with your family than you never even imagined possible, with ease and joy and glory? Anything that doesn't allow that to show up as if by magic, we destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Awesome. Is it? Yeah. Can you unmute?
I don't think I can. No, I don't have host capacity. If you make me co-host, I can do it.
Can I co-host you? Or do I just have to make you the host?
Co-host will work.
I just don't see that option.
Oh, okay. I guess maybe the host.
Okay. Will it change the recording though? Okay, so I won't then. So Joey, I'm going to unmute you. Go ahead, Joey.
Hi, Glenise.
Hi,
Oh my
honey.
gosh. I am so thrilled to be on this call with you and everyone. It's just that question that was just asked, whoever that beautiful lady was, I was like, thank you for asking my question. So that was my question. So thank you. And just thank you. That was amazing.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you. How does it get any better than that?
Right? Thank you.
Cool. You're welcome, honey.
Bye-bye.
I just see that Kendi has a question too.
Yes, I do.
Hello.
Hey, my question is, you were talking about how we tend to expand out back into, get back into the body the minute we open our eye. I tend to do that a lot. So what clearing can I run in regards to that?
Okay. So what does it do for you to contract? What are you doing with that?
It's, I guess, familiarity is where I'm comfortable,
Okay.
even though it makes me uncomfortable, but I guess it makes me comfortable in a crazy way.
So just kind of the first thing that comes to mind, truth, if you stayed expanded, what would happen?
Oh, something came up before you asked that question. Somehow I got it in my head that if I'm expanded, I won't be able to perceive everyone else, which is crazy because the more expanded you are, the more you perceive.
Yeah. Yeah. So I wonder if you've misidentified perceiving. I wonder if you are what I call a universe jumper, which means you jump into other people's universes and check out what they're doing and how they are and what they need from you.
Yes. I do. On your radio show. Yes.
Yeah. So everything that is and everywhere jumping into their universes is more valuable than perceiving with awareness from expansion. Will you destroy and uncreate all that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys, meons. And I'm just going to speak about that for a moment, and I'm going to do some more clearings with you. So one of the capacities that we have is to jump into people's universes and check out what's going on. And what occurs is that we actually have to, just the way she's describing it, we actually have to contract to do that. Because if we would like to be aware of somebody else's universe and what's going on and what's required, you can actually do that from expansion with so much more ease. But the minute you contract and jump into their universe, then you're operating off of judgments and expectations and projections and all sorts of craziness. Plus, you've contracted you, so you actually have limited awareness compared to if you were expanded. So all of the universe jumpers, will you destroy and uncreate all that and return it to sender with consciousness? Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. The other thing with universe jumping is often when we universe jump, then we have to take care of whatever we're aware of in their universe. Whereas if we do it from expansion and we perceive from infinite awareness, we don't have to fix anything. Because then we're just aware of it and it becomes an interesting point of view. So everywhere you're universe jumping and then you're fixing and then you're distracting yourself and then you're not creating what you'd like in your life and then you're judging you because you're just worthless. Will you destroy and uncreate all that and return it to sender with consciousness? Right, wrong, good, bad, online, puck, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So, truth, Kendi, do you have oaths and vows to universe jump?
Yes.
So all of those oaths, vows, commitments, contracts, promises, obligations, communities, fealties, anything I haven't mentioned that you have to universe jumping from any lifetime, space, dimension, reality, universe, and anywhere I haven't mentioned, will you revoke, recant, rescind, renounce, denounce, reclaim, destroy, and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Whew. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, puck, shorts, boys, and beyonds.
Wow, that made me dizzy. And then it lit up a lot.
What came up? What do you...
Oh, I got an immense headache while you were doing it. And then after you finish, it released.
Oh, good. 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 Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So what energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to engage with the elementals, to create the catalytic conversion, to create greater possibilities for you to be the expanded you as the infinite being you truly be, continuously for all eternity with ease and joy and glory? Anything that doesn't allow that, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Yeah, right, wrong, good, bad, online, putt, puck, shorts, boys, and beyonds. That's
Wow.
awesome.
Whew, thank you. Much better.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for the question.
Thank you.
Awesome.
There was another one from Adia. You saw that?
No, I'll come there. Whoa.
728.
There's a table back there. You're certainly welcome to lay on it, Sid. Okay. So Abir asks, I use the elementals very well when I'm unchoosing something. How do I use this capacity to create all I desire? What does unchoosing something mean? Do you have any idea, Al?
Not choosing it.
Not choosing it? So like using the elementals against herself? Is that what she means?
I don't know. Maybe she means uncreating it, and then it's supposed to choose something else, removing it from our life.
Abir, are you able to unmute? Maybe not. Okay. So everywhere it's been more valuable to you to use it against you, will you destroy and uncreate it all, return to sender with consciousness? Right, wrong, good, bad, online, puck, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Any oaths or vows, commitments, promises that you might have to not using them to create greater, will you destroy and uncreate all those? And actually revoke, recant, rescind, renounce, denounce, reclaim, destroy, and uncreate them all. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, puck, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Any lifetime where you bought or sold the lie, including this one, that you can't create more with the magic that you be, that you can only use it for others, whatever that all might be, will you destroy and uncreate all that, return it to sender with consciousness? Whew. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, puck, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Yeah, and if you're on and you have more questions with that, let me know, just so that I'm a little bit clearer with that. Was there other ones, Alan? No? Okay. Okay, awesome. Yeah, of course you can.
So when you said that now, what kind of popped in my world was, if I'm actually using the elementals for me to create more, and especially create more for me, that's like I felt like cheating. You know when you play video games and there are cheat codes, you can get them, you know, you can just get further, or you can actually just kind of go through it as you're supposed to, sort of. It felt like, fuck, if I do that, I'll use the cheat codes and I'm not doing it right.
Well, what I find interesting, I'm not sure if you heard yourself, but if I use the elementals.
Yeah, I'm not creating with them.
Yeah. So what's that? Using instead of engaging. What's that?
Yeah. Yeah, because why would I be able to create anything? God, I'm so cute.
So who are you talking for right now? Who are you the voice for?
No, it's like my dad, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So truth, you have oaths and vows to your dad?
Sure.
So all of the oaths, vows, commitments, contracts, promises, obligations, communities, fealties, anything that I haven't mentioned that you have to your dad from any lifetime, space, dimension, reality, universe, anywhere that I haven't mentioned, will you revoke, recant, rescind, renounce, denounce, reclaim, destroy, and uncreate them all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, puck, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And just for good measure, all of the oaths, vows, commitments, contracts, promises, obligations, communities, fealties, anything that I haven't mentioned that you have to your mom.
Yeah.
From any lifetime, space, dimension, reality, universe, and anywhere I haven't mentioned. Will you revoke, recant, rescind, renounce, denounce, reclaim, destroy, and uncreate it all? Whew. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, puck, shorts, boys, and beyonds.
God, I'm getting hot over here.
Yeah. Yeah. And so is there something with, like, in terms of the change you were talking about and just doing a little bit, and like, is it more that when you're doing the changes that you've been doing them for your family and that's why you have to go at a snail's pace?
It's kind of like they has to be filtered through my dad. So he's somehow thinks that he had some sort of part of it. Because, you know, otherwise he's not allowed. Sort of.
Yeah. So everything that is, we just aren't uncreate it all?
Ugh.
Wow. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, puck, shorts, boys, and beyond.
This is really gross.
But it
Ugh.
kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Like in terms of what you were talking about earlier with, you know, not acknowledging and only changing a smidge, because it's like you're changing him at the same time or something.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's something weird in there from that space.
Yeah.
So everything that is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I get that. I have that with a bunch of friends as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
So what's the value to you of that? Like, what's that doing for you? Other than slowing you the fuck down.
Well, well, you know, while I'm creating my new reality, I make sure I bring some friends.
Oh, right. You don't want to be all by yourself. You'll have your dad and some friends there. What a party. So everywhere being a superior bitch has been more valuable to you. Well, you destroy and uncreate it all.
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, fuck, shorts, boys, beyonds. And superior bitch is the energy when we choose something for other people who aren't asking to choose it. And I'm not sure that that's totally the energy that we're talking about here, Jenny, but it just kind of fits.
Yeah,
in the
no,
funniness.
totally.
But yeah, like I wonder.
I also get like a little leechy stuff, like kind of like somehow they knew that I would create more, so they find a way to kind of leech onto, like kind of instead of latch onto it, they would leech onto it.
Yeah.
But then somehow I'm still the one becoming wrong, sort of.
Yeah.
You know, even though they might be the ones sucking it out of me, sort of.
Yeah. Well, it seems like you're allowing them to control to the degree of change. So you're changing to the degree that they're willing to change in the areas they're willing to change.
Oh, fuck. That makes so much sense.
So what would it take to really, like, because I mean, one hand we can say, okay, well, that's, you know, that's potency. That's really cool. But really it's the energy of victim.
Yeah, no, totally.
Because it's not you choosing what actually works for you.
Yeah.
So what would happen if you used the salt shaker and got rid of all the leeches?
It's actually exciting.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
everywhere that you haven't been willing to choose what would create greater, what would create greater?
Yeah.
Because it's not even what would create greater for you.
No, it's just
It's what would
greater.
create greater.
Yeah.
So everything that doesn't allow that, we destroy and uncreate it all.
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, puck, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And everywhere that it's been more valuable to go slow than to go the speed that you truly be, we destroy and uncreate it all.
Yeah.
right, wrong, good, bad, online, puck, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And everywhere that you've decided that if you go the speed you truly be, that you won't create friends or family or connection or anywhere that you would be alone or whatever that energy was. We just destroy and create it all.
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, puck, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And what energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to be the speed of space that you truly be?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything that doesn't allow that, we destroy and uncreate it all.
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, puck, shorts, boys, and beyonds.
That's so much more awesome in my world.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
all of those filters that you created for your dad and anybody else and anybody the universe you're jumping into to make sure that you fit in, to make sure that you're not going too fast, to make sure they're comfortable with the change you're choosing, all of that on 3, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And in case anybody's not familiar, those are energetic contributions. It's like when we do 3s, it's like destroying and uncreating, but on speed. So sometimes when there's more solidity around something, we do a 3 and it'll release it quicker.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, just need the microphone. Let's make sure it's green still.
I had this feeling, it's like a question come up like an hour ago. I was thinking like, it's too personal to me, but I'm going to share it because it's just like bothering me now.
Yeah.
For our side business, we got this property, but there's a problem. The solicitor made a mistake and he doesn't read our name. It's been like 10 months now and it's in proceeding. I can see how it can be sorted, but it's stuck and I hired another legal team, but they're not doing anything. And to me, it's totally black and white and I know what needs to be done, but it's just stuck at insurance. It's been 5 months and I'm just trying to find out what do I have to acknowledge to get them shifting this, because I can see how this can be solved so quickly and it's 10 months and I'm paying people, but they're not doing jobs. So I don't understand. What is my learning? I'm looking, but I can't pinpoint it. And technically, I think I actually put myself there because before maybe we were like going through this process, like my sister had something going on, like legal with her thing, because she had an accident or something. And like something come in my head about like legal. And then I end up with this and I'm like, have I attracted this in my life? And like, how do I get out of this thing?
Okay. So a couple things with that is, one, you want to recognize that you don't need to figure it out. We talked about that today, right? The minute we go to because, we're inventing. So you're aware of what's possible. You're aware of what's required to change. You've hired some people. They're not doing their jobs. It doesn't mean, or it's not going to create anything to figure out why. In that case, it's like, okay, so who needs to be fired? What do I need to be when I talk to somebody? Like, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to fire somebody, but what energy can you be? And maybe it's the killing energy. Maybe you need to go in and freak out. Maybe you need to hire somebody different, but it's staying in the question of what it's going to take to change it, not to kind of figure it out, because all that will do will distract you. It's like, you're very clear. So then who can assist you with that? And if it's not who you've hired, fire them.
Because I explained myself to them and I was like, look, this is how it's done. But they're all pointing at insurance and like, I'm paying them, but I do all the like calling around and like try to things up.
Fire them. I'm just kidding. But really, like, look at what's going, and maybe I'm not, who knows, but like, it's about staying in question with it. So if it's not working, what's it going to take to change it? Maybe you need to go in there and cry. Maybe you need to go in there and scream. Maybe you need to go in there and fire, but look at what it's going to take to change it. Not that you're right in what you're right. You've got that figured. Really what it's like, okay, what's it going to take to change it now? And then it's like, what energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to engage with the elementals, to create a catalytic conversion, to create greater possibilities with this case or whatever word it is being completed right away. Anything that doesn't allow that, we destroy and uncreate it all.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, all, nine, puck, shorts, boys, meows. But also be willing to look at what you're not willing to do. So if you're not willing to go in there and cry like a weak little woman who just doesn't have it together and she just needs their help, and if they would just help out, it would be so helpful. If you're not willing to do that, you might want to pod and pock that.
Okay.
Because otherwise you wouldn't have the awareness if that's what it's going to take.
Okay.
And if they're getting paid anyway, they may not be interested in moving any quicker.
And get fired. That's
Is what?
they had to go. They had to get someone else.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know that. And you knew that probably 10 months ago or whenever you hired them. You know, but it's not about looking at and then making yourself wrong. It's like, wow, okay, cool. So now I know. Time to get rid of them. Time to bring somebody else in. And then you can be looking at, if you have a list of names of who else could or whatever, and just use your awareness. Okay, hiring this person, will it create the future I desire, decay the future I desire? And go through that with every possibility that you have and hire the one that'll create the future, but that doesn't mean that the case will come to an end the week after, right? We don't want to have that expectation. You just want to hire the one that will create the future you desire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And anything that doesn't allow you to be the demanding bitch you truly be, we destroy and uncreate it all.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, fat, fuck, shorts, boys, and beyond.
People already think that I am very demanding when it comes to work at my workplace, because that's like, don't mess with Shimil's business. The thing is, like, I am firm, but if needs to be done, I will say it nicely. But a lot of people get this thing, they're like, oh, when I say something, oh, don't mess with her.
Yeah.
Like, I'm saying nicely. It's not being like a bitch or anything, but something needs to be done. It needs to be done.
Damn right.
So, I don't know, for some people think, but well, it's
Hey.
their opinion again.
Cha-ching. How much money can you receive by being, judged as the demanding bitch at work? So anything that doesn't allow that, we destroy and uncreate it all.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, put, fuck, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And having that sort of a judgment at work is probably working for you, right? You
Yes.
really don't want the judgment of, oh, she's a pushover.
Oh, no, we'll try that.
Yeah, right? So be that with that legal team. Be that demanding bitch of, listen, you've had this many months, I'm moving on. Or cry like a baby, whatever's required.
No.
No, she said no.
But that's not me. So, like, yeah, that's great. Thank you. He's not going to cry. I don't want anyone to cry.
How's
Yes.
that?
Yeah, I'm feeling lighter at you. Thank you.
Good.
I thought like being bitch is wrong, but maybe.
If it's wrong, I don't want to be right.
So what's wrong and right? Depends, like his opinion. Like, hey,
And it's just, being judged as a demanding bitch is their way to control you to not be a demanding bitch. So you can either dance to their game, or you can be like, hell, I'll receive that. Get to work.
yes. He's like, the picture's like, became this thing. Get to work.
Right? Get the whip out.
We have a question from Christian in the chat.
Huh?
7:53.
So Gary said we should not be vested in the outcome. When I ask the elementals or me with clearing something like to allow more people to show up in my classes, isn't that being vested in the outcome? When am I and when am I not? So Christian, that's a great question, and thank you for bringing that up, because it's true. With anything that we're asking, you don't want to be vested in it. So you want to just even ask when you're going to, let's say in that case, you're going to ask the elementals to create, say more participants in your class, just check in before you ask. Truth, am I vested in that or not? If it's from the space of like, wow, that'd be so much fun. Like, how cool would it be to have 100 people in the class? And I'm like, wow, yeah, that feels so yummy. And then I would commune with the class itself. How many people would you like? Oh my gosh, 100 people. Wow, that's really cool. I love the energy of that. And from that place, then you could ask to engage with the elemental. Because there's not a vested, like, I have to have 100 people. And if I don't have 100 people, I'm not a good facilitator. That's vested in the outcome. So what energy, space, and consciousness can you in your body be to engage with the elementals, to create a catalytic conversion, to create greater possibilities for more people showing up in all of the classes that are creating more consciousness on the planet with ease and joy and glory. Anything that doesn't allow that to show up as if by magic, we destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys, beyonds. Now, I just changed the wording a little bit just because it was just really light to say it like that, but it's also not wrong to say my class. So I said all of the classes, but you can say my class. It's not wrong to say that at all, but you do want to be aware. Are you asking from the conclusion that if you had 100 people, it would mean you're good, or it would mean something about you? Then you want to not ask that question and destroy and uncreate all the definitions you have about class sizes, but in the space of like truly what else is possible. And then it's always, to me, it's always up to those things that you're asking about in that case. So your classes have a consciousness of their own. Your classes have a desire for how many people they would like in them. So ask your class. Truth class, would you like 5, 10, 50, 100, 1,000? And so you're co-creating with the class, and then you're co-creating with the elementals. So you're not deciding, well, I have a space for 20 people, so I can only have 20 people come. Because saying that, and if the class is asking for 100, is also another element of vested in the outcome. It's from the other space of deciding what you can have. Instead of, hey, what's possible? Well, if I had 100 people, we'd need a bigger space. I wonder where there would be a space that would have, room for 100 people. How much fun would that be? So you're constantly just in the playfulness of it instead of the, okay, this is the way it has to be, and this is what I need. And you always just can check in. If I had what I'm asking for, what would that mean? Because that'll also give you a sense. So if you're asking for a red sports car because you saw one go by last week and it just felt really fun and yummy, and then just check in, hey, if I had a red sports car, what would it mean about me? Oh, nothing. Or, wow, it would mean that I'm great and all the girls would want to go riding around with me, or boys, or whatever your preference is. Everyone wants to ride me, as Alan says. So then you just, once you have, if you get an answer with what it means to you, then you're vested in the outcome. You just need to clear it. Doesn't mean you shouldn't ask for a red sports car, because chances are that meaning isn't yours anyway. Just destroy and uncreate it all, return to sender, and then what would it take? Like, I wonder what that would be like. I wonder what it would be like to have a red sports car. I wonder what it would be like to drive in a car like that. And maybe it's a purple bug. What are those called? Beetles? A purple beetle that shows up. If you're not vested in the outcome, you'll be like, there's that energy. Man, I was asking for the red sports car, but it's that energy of that purple beetle. So everything that is, everywhere you've been specifically searching for a certain outcome with your asks and then judging yourself because they're not showing up, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Does that help, Christian? Yes, thank you. Awesome. Other questions? We've got about 20 minutes left. I would like to use about 10 minutes to do some energy stuff at the end. Microphone, so 2 questions. Yep.
I wanted to ask about the energy of with the, my brain's gone dead. I think it was laying down with the I can't remember what we're here. Sorry. Engaging with your elementals, and whether if you want to use it generatively or creatively, if you add that into the question, if you just add it into the question, how you would add it into the question.
So what do you mean by generatively or creatively?
Well, for me, I'm curious about mover energy. So I'd like to engage with the elementals to create more mover energy for me and working, because I find I'm a bit stuck there. And how would I put that into a question that
Okay. So by mover
works?
energy, what do you mean by that? Like the
So I can create a lot of ideas,
Okay.
and then I just don't do anything with them.
Okay, so you'd like some movers in your business?
Yeah, so movers in me, and
Okay.
I can move for other people, but it doesn't happen here.
Okay. So who are you being when it doesn't happen for you? When you don't choose it for you?
I think I might be being my mum.
Okay. So everything that is, will you just start and create it all?
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, box shorts, boys, meow. So whose lies, what lies, and how many beingnesses are you using to create the never being the mover energy for you are you choosing? Everything that is, we just start and create it all times a godzillion.
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, box shorts, boys, and beyonds. And then all of the definitions you have about mover energy, what it would take, how it can show up, the only ways it can show up, who has to do it, who can't do it, any of that stuff. We just start and create all those definitions. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, puck, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So then what energy, space, and consciousness can you in your body be to engage with the elementals, to create a catalytic conversion, to create greater possibilities, to being the invitation to all of the movers who can contribute to you, your business, your life, and your living, showing up as if by magic. Anything that doesn't allow that, we destroy and uncreate it all.
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, puck, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So mover energy, in case anybody isn't familiar, is the energy that, we can be certain energies. So there's a creator energy, there's a mover energy, there's another energy, connector, and there's a foundation energy. So the creator energy is when you come up with the ideas, those things. So you're the creator. The mover energy is the one who then takes those ideas and puts them into place. So setting up the web page, maintaining the web page, putting the chairs out for a class, getting the snacks, mover energy stuff. And then the connector is the one who talks to people, who is really great, say, on Facebook or in person, of saying, hey, I went to this person's class and I really liked it and you should come. Those are connector energies. And then the foundation is when you can do all of them, when you can do all of those pieces. So with the mover, when you said to me, if you'd have just kind of stopped at, the mover energy and, you can't do it for you, but when you said you could do it for other people, that tells me then that you are a mover too. So then if you're not doing it for you, that's what we need to clear.
Yeah.
And yes, be willing to receive movers in your business too. So it doesn't mean it only can come from you.
Yeah.
But if you're not, if you're able to do it for other people, then yeah. So
okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a question here? And just one quick note about that. If you are a foundation person, which I am, which means I can do all of those pieces, my suggestion to you is to keep in mind, just because you can doesn't mean you should. So I, have not, over my, 15 plus years in business, I haven't had a lot of people assist me because I could do it. But how much receiving is that? Yeah, not very much. So just because you can doesn't mean you should, because we all are genius in certain areas. So, as a foundation person, Alan, I think I would say as a foundation also, just, we have also areas of genius. So my areas of genius are not probably some of the things that I had been doing in the past. So gotten better at it, but yeah. And we also want to be willing, because I don't want anything to slow me down. So if I need to get my webpage updated, I will do it. Do I like to? No. Am I happy to pay other people? Absolutely. And if it's required, I will do it. So yes, my darling.
So when you asked that, what did we feel when we expanded and be like elementals? I felt first like aggressive, like taking over the place, like own everything, but it's like a meaning way, which is really like, oh, how could you do that? Or, like it's really far from me. And I'm still like feeling like to expanding is not so good because I'm using it in a wrong way. You know,
Right.
like keep others in safe, not expanding me.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So who are you being?
I'm not gonna say that. I don't
She's
know,
in
but-
class with me. She knows she can't say I don't know.
I feel I'm a bitch.
Okay.
Or
But
the,
whose point of view is it that if you're expanded, you're not safe?
No, I'm safe because I'm control everything. I'm just like feeling like conquer. If I expand, I can conquer, and
Okay.
it's not going to be good for them who I conquer.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood. Okay.
Maybe I made it wrong.
No. So all of the lifetimes that you conquered and didn't create more, will you destroy and create all that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD, shorts, boys, meons, and all of the lifetimes that you allowed yourself to be conquered by someone who wasn't creating more,
Okay.
will you destroy and create all that?
Yes.
Yeah. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And all of the oaths, vows, commitments, contracts, promises, obligations, communities, fealties, anything that I haven't mentioned that you have to never being the conqueror, because you'd never want anybody to feel like you did when you were conquered. Will you revoke, recant, rescind, renounce, denounce, reclaim, destroy, and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So what energy, space, and consciousness can you in your body be to be the conquering bitch you truly be? Anything that doesn't allow that, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Yeah. So often the thing that, and this is other lifetime related, but it can also be this lifetime related, the thing that we're in the most resistance of is the thing that we're judging ourselves for the most. So that's why I ran that clearing. I just wanted to see where she was with that, and you noticed from the laughter that it reads true for her, that she's a conquering bitch, but that's wrong. People in this reality have told her that's wrong, so now she needs to not be it. So she needs to keep herself small, contracted, so she doesn't be the conquering bitch that she's already judging herself for. Can you get the sense of the constant fight to not be that conquering bitch, which is natural for you? Everything that brought up, we just started uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And what if you could conquer the world in consciousness?
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feels good.
Right? Because we can always choose to create less consciousness or more consciousness. Every choice we make creates one of those things. So then if you know that you're a conquering bitch, what if you just start using it to conquer the world with consciousness?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, anything that doesn't allow that, right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And everywhere you've made yourself wrong for it, everywhere you've been made wrong for it, just destroy and uncreate it all.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And I truly would be running that a lot. What energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to be the conquering bitch you truly be? Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Because what it will do is it'll get rid of the charge that it's wrong. And then it truly becomes a choice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I ask one
Yeah.
more, please? If no one has
Yeah, you're
now.
good.
So because there been so many questions about father and connection, and I feel it like in all of my, I mean, in this life, but probably all of other lives as well. He was so judgmental on me, was comparing to my mom, which I mentioned, and I couldn't really get out of this. And whatever I do, I see myself from my father's side, but it's always like useless, it's not good, it's blah blah blah. And I just get tired again, like, why am I doing this with me? And why do I want to prove to him everything? Like, no, I'm not. Look at this, look at that. But I feel like I don't want to prove anything. And then I got a sense like, I I'm like 8 years old, and there was changes in that time, but then it belongs to my father again. And I just don't know how to get out of this, because I'm aware of it. Now I could have seen what's going on, which I wasn't able to see before. But now I don't know what to do really with it.
So what was your dad aware of with you that he knew he had to control you through abuse?
Sorry, say again?
What was your dad aware of about you that he knew he had to control you by abusing you?
I think these energies I have.
The conquering bitch?
Yes.
Oh, well, imagine that.
Yes.
Yeah. And everywhere you're continuing the abuse, we destroy and uncreate it all.
Yes.
Yeah. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So then truly, and again, you're here for the next 3 days, so we'll talk more about it in the rest of the class, in the foundation class, but it truly becomes then a choice. When you go into the energy of seeing yourself through his eyes or what he would say, you stop. Okay, what would be kind to me right now?
Mm-hmm.
What's required right now? And then you make that choice. So you've trained yourself to go that way, and it's a retraining of going, no, that's not relevant anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for me. I've got my own back now. So anything that doesn't allow you to have your own back, we destroy and uncreate it all.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And anywhere that you haven't acknowledged just how afraid your dad was of you, we destroy and uncreate it all.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD, shorts, boys, and beyonds. People do not abuse people that they're not afraid of. That's why they do it.
So probably that's why, okay, it's again a why, but that's why I felt he's always pushing me down, and not, but the same way I felt like he wants to make me unsuccessful in here to go back and pushing me down again. Yeah. So it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
So the next step is acknowledge, like, okay, this is how he was afraid of, because I have these energies.
Because you're a conquering bitch, yes.
Yes, and then I just allow myself to be it.
Yes.
That's it. Who cares him now?
Yep.
Okay.
And I mean, you can run the clearing statement if it's required, or interesting point of view. If you need something to help you really make the other choice, to be present with whatever's going on in front of you and choosing for you, maybe you'll need those things at certain times. But for the most part, it's just like, no, that's done.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm here for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. We could call you CB for short.
Okay.
Yeah. She's like, okay, I'll have that. Can I have a t-shirt, please?
Okay, how much money can make it?
Yes, yes, yes. What would it take to get paid to be the conquering bitch I truly be? Yes. I think online. Was it like a written question, Ellen?
Yes, sorry, it's from Ellen. She's got 2 questions about the weather.
Oh, my sweet Ellen in Saskatchewan, where there's snow already. I know, and it's harvest time. So all the farmers are in, so she's asking, can she engage with the elementals to change the weather? So the thing we really want to look at with stuff like that is we always want to ask the thing that it's affecting. So Ellen, what you'd want to ask before you engage with the elementals with that is, truth land, do you require it to be different? Because again, the question of what's right about this, I'm not getting. And I've got family. I'm aware of what goes on for people who are in these situations, but our knee-jerk reaction is to ask it to be different than what is. But what if what is what's creating greater? So that's the question, Ellen, that you'd want to start with. Truth, land, earth, whatever. Do you require there to be snow? If you get a no, then yeah, go ahead. What energy, space, and consciousness can you in your body be to engage with the elementals, to create the catalytic conversion for greater possibilities, for the weather to be what will create the greatest on the planet? Anything that doesn't allow that, right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD, shorts, boys, neons. Now, the other thing with engaging with the elementals, so let's say Ellen hadn't asked that question and just was, got off the call and was engaging with the elementals to change the weather from the place of have there be snow, and please have it be dry, and kind of all of those conclusions that we might do. The elementals will only contribute in consciousness. So even if she asked, they're not going to go, oh, wow, it's not going to create more, but I'll do it because Ellen asked. And not to make fun of you, Ellen, I don't mean that, but from the place of like, they're really looking at what will create the most. So if you're asking, say with Christian's question, if he was asking from the place of, I want bigger classes than so-and-so, so elementals, do your work. It's not going to do that. Engaging with the elementals will only actually work if you're doing it from what will create the greatest on the planet. So that's the other thing too, is you don't have to worry about it from, oh my gosh, should I ask this? Won't it? Like what will happen? Don't worry about it. The elementals have your back too. So it's from that space. And also you can keep your questions like I did with the weather one, to create the weather that's required, to create the weather that'll create the greatest, instead of have it not be snowy. And I used to do that for years, especially, being Canadian and having a lot of snow. I'd be like, oh, why does it have to snow already? Oh, why can't it be sunny all the time? And all of that. But if you look at parts of the world that have been absolutely judged as certain things, then that's what we create there. And I would really like the earth and the weather to contribute to the entire planet. So it's like Arizona gets a lot of heat for being so hot and dry, and it's so hot and dry, so what if we stop projecting and ask those places what they would like to be? Or maybe we have a fairly short summer. So then, if it rains, it's the worst thing ever. If it's this, if it's that, but then we don't have rain. Now we have drought. Now people are upset about that. It's like, what if we stop superior bitching the weather and ask what will create the greatest? And then the other thing, Ellen, so let's say you got a no, asking them to change the weather wouldn't create greater. So then you could ask, what energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to engage with the elementals, to create a catalytic conversion to greater possibilities that would allow you to actualize more money than you've never imagined possible from all of your crops and whatever other words that I don't know, than you never imagined possible, right? Wrong, good, bad, online, POD, shorts, boys, neons. Because what that can do is also get you out of the conclusion of, if we don't get the crops off, we won't make any money and we'll be broke, or all of those conclusions, because I could have had the same conclusions at the airport. Now I have to take the tube and I have to do this and I have to haul my heavy suitcase. And it's like, instead of like, actually, no, what could I ask for here? What could I receive? So.
There's another question. Andrew would like some facilitation.
Okay, go ahead, Andrew.
Hello.
Hi, honey.
How are you?
I'm sad I haven't got to hug you.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, I know you're in a whole other country, but whatever. Wales is not that far.
No, I know. Sorry.
No,
just a quick question. It's on the same vein, and just thinking about entities in the way that you talk about entities, like everything being an entity and having its own entity. Is it sort of engaging with those entities and sort of asking those questions? If you said, what do you want from this, rather than projecting your own thoughts on them, but also inviting them to engage the elementals with you?
Yeah.
And would that
Absolutely.
be more fun?
Yeah. So like when I was talking about the classes and what sizes it would like to be, and having it part of the co-creation, and then engaging with the elementals and asking it, the class itself to receive from everything. Although with some things that may not be necessary.
Yeah.
But yeah, just be playful with the curiosity of it. Absolutely.
Cool. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Andrew. Yay. All right. So let's finish up with something that's not going to be necessary. It's actually not going to be an energy pull. I thought it was going to be an energy pull. It's some sort of an energetic thing that I have no words for right now. So You know, something like that. So just close your eyes and become really, really present with your sweet body. Maybe even want to say, hi, sweet body. Getting aware of your toes and your legs and your hips and your tummy, your spine, the top of your head, the tips of your ears, down to the tips of your fingers. And energetically expanding out into the room you're in, into the country that you're in, into the entire world, and expanding out into you as the infinite being that you truly be. And then expanding out farther than you've ever expanded in any lifetime, above you, below you, in front of you, behind you, and in every direction. Now bring up an area of your life that you would like something to be different. So maybe it's money or something with your body or a relationship. Maybe you'd like to exponentialize a business. You'd like to create more on the planet, whatever. Just bring up one specific area right now that you would like to have be different. And clear all of the definitions that you have about that right now. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pot, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And all of the definitions that you're aware of about that from other people, from other lifetimes, other spaces, places, whatever that all might be. Destroy and uncreate all those definitions. Whew. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pot, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And then again, staying tapped into that energy. If there's anything else as you are aware of that thing you'd like to be different, maybe there's some mimicking that you're aware of you'd like to change or to destroy and uncreate. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pot, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Anything else that you'd like to clear with that? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pot, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And now expanding out, if you contracted it all, just expanding out. Again, aware of that thing you would like different or that you'd like to exponentialize. And just get a sense of what it would be like if you engaged with the elementals to change it. Yeah. And then what energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to engage with the elementals, to create a catalytic conversion, to create greater possibilities in this area, beyond what you have never even imagined possible, as if by magic. Anything that doesn't allow that to show up with ease and joy and glory, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pot, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Now, there might be another level to that, another layer to that. There might be when you're, again, kind of tapping into that thing you'd like to be different. It might be totally changed. But check in. Is there anything else with that? Any other point of view that pops up, definition, heaviness, contraction, that one thing you'd like to change? And if there is, just destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pot, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And then once again, just get a sense of what it would be like if you would engage with the elementals to change it. What energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to engage with the elementals to create a catalytic conversion, to create greater possibilities in this area beyond what you've never imagined possible, with ease and joy and glory? Anything that doesn't allow that to show up as if by magic, destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pot, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And now just get a sense of your entire life and living. Everything you'd like it to be like. And noticing I'm not saying what you'd like it to look like, but what you'd like it to be like. Just get the energies Maybe there's space, possibilities, joy, wonder, wealth, opulence, cash, money, kindness, connection, creation, whatever those energies are for you. And probably many of them don't even have words. Just get a sense of what you would like your life and living to be like. And get a sense of what it would be like if you would engage with the elementals to co-create that with you. What energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to create a catalytic conversion to greater possibilities, to creating your life and living beyond what you have never even imagined possible, with ease and joy and glory? Anything that doesn't allow that to show up as if by magic, destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys and beyonds. And anything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive, continuously co-creating and engaging with the elementals with ease and joy and glory. Right, wrong, good, bad, online, POD POC, shorts, boys and beyonds. And then from that space, you can open your eyes. Everybody's opened their eyes. Cool. Thought maybe some people would like lay their head down and go to sleep for the night. Oh, yeah. How's... Yeah, that's right. This could be a great room. I did see a lady earlier washing her hair in the sink in the bathroom, so I guess it's possible. That was a little weird, but what?
I tried to be not judging her.
I tried to be no judging her. Yes. Yes. Awesome. How's everybody doing? Good, good, good. Online, how are you guys?
That was beyond yummy. That was awesome.
Yay, Sharon. Yay. And that last little bit I'll clip out, guys, and it'll be on a separate audio for you to listen to if you like to do that sort of thing over and over. So awesome. Well, thanks for coming out. Thank you, online people. So grateful for all of you guys. And I wonder what magic is possible now. Yay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome, guys.
Awesome.
Bye, live streamers.
Bye.
Bye.